This presentation is designed to provide an overview of the law and school district policy regarding school community councils. It will review the requirements regarding membership, election and selection of members, and the responsibilities of school community councils.
SCCs provide a vehicle for cooperation to build consistent, effective collaboration and communication between the school and the school community. Every public school in the state of Utah must establish a school community council at the site level.
Community councils must consist of school employees, including the principal, and parents of students who are attending the school. Ideally, high schools should have 6 parent and 4 school employee members, including the principal. Junior high and elementary schools should have 4 parent members and 2 school employee members, including the principal. A school community council may determine the size of the council by a majority vote, provided that the resulting council has at least 1 employee member, the principal, and a 2-person majority of parents.
School employee member means a member of a school community council that the school or school district employs at the school, including the principal. The principal shall serve as a council member with full voting privileges.
A parent or guardian member means a member of a school community council who is a parent or guardian of a student who is attending the school or will be enrolled at the school anytime during the parent's or guardian's initial term of office. It may not include a licensed educator who is employed at the school.
Each school employee member, except the principal, shall be elected by secret ballot by a majority vote of the school employees and serve a 2-year term. Each parent member shall be elected by secret ballot at an election held at the school by a majority vote of those voting in the election and serve a 2-year term. If a position on the council remains unfilled after an election is held, members of the council from the group to which that position belongs, for example, parent or employee, shall appoint an individual who meets the required qualifications. Clarification on parent members. Following the election, if the election results are such that the school community council has more parent members who are licensed educators employed by the district than parents who are not licensed educators employed by the district, the council shall appoint additional parent members until the number of parent members who are not licensed educators exceed the number of parent educators employed by the district. A school community council may appoint additional non-voting members to the council to advise or make recommendations to the council, including parents, school employees, or other community members.
Each school shall establish a timeline for election of parent members of a school community council. The timeline shall remain consistent for at least a 4-year period. Elections shall be held in the fall, near the beginning of the school year, or held in the spring prior to the last week of school. If the election is held in the spring, the school community council shall attempt to notify parents of incoming students about the opportunity to vote in the election.
Conducting elections, written notice of the date, time during which a ballot may be cast, the location where a ballot may be cast, the means by which a ballot may be cast, whether in person, by mail, or by electronic transfer, and the positions that are up for election and instructions about becoming a candidate shall be provided to school employees and parents of students attending a school at least 10 days prior to the election. The notice of election should list council positions that are up for election, instructions for becoming a candidate for a community council position, set a date by which a candidate must be nominated or submit their own name for the election so that the appropriate ballots may be prepared in advance of the election. A parent may declare himself as a candidate for the election or be nominated by others. Ballots and voting are required only in the event of a school community council contested race. The principal shall oversee the elections held. Paper ballots shall be deposited in a secure ballot box. A school may allow parents to vote by electronic ballot consistent with administrative rule. Results of the election shall be made available to the public upon request. Ballots and the results of each election shall be maintained for 3 years.
Each school shall set the beginning date of the terms of office. Members should serve 2-year terms, which should be staggered so that no more than 50% of the council members stand for election in any 1 year. Council members may serve successive terms provided the member continues to meet the definition of a parent member or school employee member.
After the council is seated each year, the chair shall be elected by the council from the parent members, and the vice chair shall be elected by the council from the parent or school employee members. A principal may not serve as a vice chair of council.
School community councils must take their actions openly and conduct their deliberations openly. School community councils' responsibilities do not allow for closed meetings. The public should be invited to attend and observe the meeting. However, it is not required that members of the public actively participate in discussions at the meeting. If a member of the public is disruptive, they may be asked to leave. The public is represented at the meetings through their casting vote during the election to select the members of the committee. School community councils shall adopt rules of order and procedure to govern public meetings. These rules shall be followed in conducting meetings, be posted on the school website, and available at each meeting, and other required or appropriate activities.
The law requires that the SCC give public notice at least 1 week prior to meeting of when, where, and what their meetings will be about, and draft minutes of previous meeting. This can be accomplished through several methods: posting on the school's webpage, placing notice on the marquee, sending home notes, listing it on a monthly calendar that might be sent home to parents, or even using the phone messaging system.
Written minutes shall be kept of all community council meetings and maintained, as approved, for 3 years as the official record of action taken at each meeting. Written minutes shall include the date, time, and place of the meeting, the names of the council members present and absent, a brief statement of the matters proposed, discussed, or decided, a record by individual member of each vote taken, the name of each person who is not a council member who was recognized by the presiding council member and presented testimony or comments to the council, and a brief summary of their testimony or comments, and any other information that is a record of the proceedings of the meeting that any council member requests to be entered in the minutes.
Annually, on or before October 20th each year, the principal shall provide the following information on the school website, in the school office, and if needed through a method that the school community council decides is best for parents at the school who do not have internet access. A list of the members of the school community council and each member's direct email or phone number or both. The school community council meeting schedule. A summary of the annual report describing how the school used the School Land Trust program funds. School websites shall fully communicate the opportunities provided to parents about serving on the school community council and how parents can directly influence the expenditure of the School Land Trust funds. The website shall include the dollar amount received each year through the program.
The law specifically outlines the duties of the school community council as:
the council shall annually evaluate the school improvement plan and modify as needed. The SCC gets the final vote at the school site. The Board of Education gets the final vote overall. It is the responsibility of the school staff to implement and provide ongoing support for the school improvement plan to comply with Board of Education reporting requirements regarding performance and accountability.
The plan shall identify the school's most critical academic needs, but may include other actions to enhance or improve academic achievement and community environment for students. Recommend a course of action to meet the identified needs. List any programs, practices, materials, or equipment that the school will need to implement its action plan to have direct impact on the instruction of students and result in measurable increased student performance. Describe how the school intends to enhance or improve academic achievement, including how financial resources available to the school, such as School Land Trust program monies and state and federal grants, will be used to enhance or improve academic achievements. Include a reading achievement plan if the school community council represents a school that educates students in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, or third grade.
In developing or reviewing a school improvement plan, a school community council or subcommittee or task force of a school community council may not have access to data that reveals the identity of students.
The school community council shall create the School Land Learning and Nurturing Development Trust Program. The program shall outline how the school will use the School Land Trust Program allocation for the implementation of a component of the school's improvement plan. Community councils get the final vote at the school site. When the plan approved by a majority of the council is submitted, a report will be included noting when the vote took place and who voted for and against it. The Board of Education gets the final vote overall.
School land trust funds shall only be used to directly impact instruction and enhance academic excellence in reading, writing, mathematics, science, social studies, technology, fine arts, foreign language, and career education in high schools.
Each school may budget and spend no more than the lesser of $5,000 or 20% of the annual allocation of funds for in-school civic and character education, including student leadership skill training and positive behavior intervention. A school may designate funds for these programs or activities only if the plan clearly describes how these activities and programs directly affect student academic achievement.
Community councils will advise and make recommendations to the school and district administrators and the board regarding the school and its programs, district programs, a child access routing plan in accordance with Utah law, safe technology and digital citizenship, and other issues relating to the community environment for students. A school or district administrator may not prohibit or discourage a school community council from discussing any issue or concern not prohibited by law, or offering advice or recommendations regarding the school and a school program, a district program, the curriculum, or the community environment for a student. As far as the day-to-day operations of a school and policies regarding how a school operates, ultimately the school administrator is in charge. Just like different parents have different styles of parenting, different administrators have different styles of operating their schools and working with their SCCs. There is no written right or wrong, it is simply a matter of style, preference, and personality. SCCs are not to be involved in things like individual student discipline. But if there seems to be a persistent problem across a large area of a student population, as a general topic, it may be appropriate to discuss and provide recommendations to administration. A specific issue as to an individual teacher's performance or disciplinary action would be an inappropriate issue for a SCC. But if there is something that you would like to see changed in the faculty as a whole, it may be appropriate for the SCC to make suggestions or recommendations. Better still, SCC could determine if that change would impact or improve student achievement and build it into the school improvement plan. Keep in mind, our actions have to comply with federal law, state administrative rule, and district policy. If an SCC has issues that they feel need to be taken to the district, those should go through the principal, who can communicate them to their school director or to a principal's liaison.
A school community council provides for education and awareness on safe technology utilization and digital citizenship that empowers a student to make smart media and online choices, and a parent to know how to discuss safe technology use with the parent's child. The school community council may partner with one or more nonprofit organizations and/or delegate these tasks to a subcommittee. A school may use trust land funds to provide digital citizenship training.
School community councils shall partner with the school's principal and other administrators to ensure the adequate on- and off-campus internet filtering is installed and consistently configured to prevent viewing of harmful content by students and school personnel in accordance with Utah Code and the district's digital teaching and learning plan.
School community councils are required to provide notification to parents about their activities. Each council shall maintain and update a website with the following information. The website shall fully communicate the opportunities provided to parents about serving on the school community council and how parents can directly influence the expenditure of the school land trust program. It must also provide information on the dollar amount received each year from the school land trust program and post rules of order and procedure adopted by the school community council used to conduct meetings and approve minutes from the last 3 years.
Annually, on or before October 20th each year, the following information should be posted to the website: a list of the members of the SSC and each member's direct email or phone number or both, the proposed SSC meeting schedule for the year, A report to parents on how school land trust money was used to enhance or improve academic excellence at the school and implement a component of the school's improvement plans.
As described earlier in the open meeting section of this training, the law requires that the school community council give public notice at least 1 week prior to the meeting of the time, place, and date of the meeting. They must also post a current meeting agenda that describes what their meeting will be about and draft minutes of the previous meeting.
Thank you for participating in this training. Please let your community council representative know you have completed this course.